All right, so I'm here with Matthew Graham here at the Soundspace, and we're chatting about his upcoming EP release. And I know I've known you since you were a teenager coming to the open mic nights,
Oh, yeah.
and you've been working hard and playing for a long time now. And a lot of people kind of know you as like the Elvis guy, and you're a big Elvis fan. But this is your first release of original material. Tell us a little bit about what inspired you to write some original stuff and a little bit about the EP.
Well, I've been writing for years. I started writing a lot more, even more before I became really got into music as a musician. I was writing a lot more. When I first started, I would try to write a lot. I didn't have the musicianship to match it, and a lot of these songs are over 10 years old. And the way I write, it's been tough because the way I write, I hear it as a full band arrangement.
Mm.
So I needed. It took me a while to find the right people to do the project, and to kind of because I'm going for a full sound.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're saying, a lot of people know me as the Elvis guy, which is definitely part of me for sure. But I'm influenced by a lot of other subgenres of rock and roll and a lot of other music. So I'm trying to bring it all together and tie it up into my own thing. So
Cool. And you have 4 songs on the EP, is that correct?
4, possibly 5.
Oh, 4, possibly 5.
Possibly
Okay.
5.
Nice. So why don't you tell us about some of the songs that are on the EP?
All right. Let's see. So one of the more important ones is my song "Crippled by My Emotions," inspired by my fiance Jillian. We were just talking about stuff this when we first started going out, and she was talking about life, and she said she's crippled by her emotions. So I was like,
That's a great line.
that is a great line. So I wrote it into a song, and kind of about us and getting together, and so that one evolved. I gotta cite my cousin Michael LaBelle. We were jamming on stuff, and he'd help me, like, he came up with a basic drum pattern for it, which ended up being, I don't know if he did it consciously or not, but it's definitely kind of the Be My Little Baby feel, for parts of it, and it's very much like 60s kind of rock and roll. I'm hearing like the jangled strings of like maybe the Byrds, or trying to go for like kind of the Elvis thing, but a little like some Roy Orbison vibe in the vocals.
Nice.
And big influence in that song for sure was Bruce Springsteen, and a couple of these songs anyways. Bruce Springsteen and the E Street Band.
Nice.
Huge fan of them.
Mm-hmm.
There's saxophone on it. This was my mom's favorite song one of her favorites I wrote. When I was living in New York City, my friend Cece, who hosted the open mic, this was her favorite song I wrote. A lot of people really like this one, so this one I feel I got right. I've done many attempts at trying to record this on my own, using very subpar equipment and stuff, and I finally got it the way I want it, so I'm very pleased.
Cause I can't stop from singing into this ocean with this devotion. I'm crippled by my emotions.
And Get the Devil Out of Me is one that's really rocking.
Oh yeah, that one's great because that's one of the few that I can go and show off my lead skills and play it solo, and it still works, and that's always fun because I can still play it no matter with a band or not. That one, I think when I first wrote it, like the verses, I kind of heard a Ramones kind of vibe a little bit, just kind of like rock and roll high school, that kind of era of the Ramones. But definitely 50s inspired, Chuck Berry. I kind of think of it as like a Chuck Berry guitar thing. Initially like an Elvis vocal, Little Richard, Jerry Lee Lewis piano.
Nice, yeah.
You
a lot
know,
going on there.
there is, and
In a good way.
at the end, I
Yeah.
try to do like a little what I call, because it actually worked out where it sits. The harmonies, like I call it my Little Richard register. I did a high harmony, trying to make it kind of Little Richard-esque, so it sounds
nice.
like Little Richard's come in and to sing with Elvis at the last verse.
Cool.
And the solo is inspired I did some stuff kind of inspired by Brian Setzer
Yeah.
of the Stray Cats and Brian Setzer Orchestra, one of my favorite guitar players of all time.
Definitely.
So a lot of influence, and I gotta say Ross, who played drums on it, Ross V. Bambuco, right? That's yeah. He did an amazing job with the drums. He added some stuff to it to kind of kick it up a little bit, make it slightly more modern, but still keep the integrity of it. So
Cool.
I'm very
Cool.
very excited.
And The Drive is another one that I listened to right before our interview. That's got also kind of real rockin' kind of tune.
Yeah, Drive's funny because one of my other favorite bands, and kind of similar to Springsteen, but they differ in some ways in some of their stuff, is John Cafferty and the Beaver Brown Band.
Oh, nice.
The Eddie and the Cruiser 1 and 2 soundtracks.
Yeah.
I listen to those all the time.
Yeah.
And the second movie really has some great stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And there's a lot of great guitar work, and it's more R&B influenced and some cool stuff. And there was a song called Emotional Storm, and it starts off with like some bongos and some piano and some like guitar that comes in all out of nowhere. So that kind of inspired the intro. Again, my cousin Mikey helped me out getting that, kind of come up with solidifying that intro. He took the bongo idea, put on the drums. Mm-hmm. I have many versions of this I attempted over the years. The running joke with me and Jillian is like, I'd be working on music. She's like, "What are you doing?" I'm like, "Take a guess." She's like, "Mixing Drive again?" I'm like, "Yeah." So this song, I'm glad I got it down. It's like I said, it's kind of funny because Ross, when we were rehearsing it, Ross said, "This sounds like a cross between John Cafferty and AC/DC," and I'm like, "That's pretty much what I was going for."
That's
so
cool.
I feel like I hit the nail on the head. This is my cousin Dylan's favorite song, "Rest in Peace." Mm-hmm. This is one they seem to like, again, at open mics and stuff. So I'm very, very excited to have this one. Mm-hmm. I got to give credit to Zach Primrose, whose studio I recorded at. My friend Angie had some car sounds she recorded for her play in college. And then I think one of them was one was a 57 Chevy, and I think one was like a 49 Ford or something. And she sent me them, and I sent them to Zach, and he put them in the song.
Yeah.
And I was able to get him to do that, and it was perfect. So,
cool.
Very pumped for this one.
I wanna drive into the sunset of a summer's day, and I wanna drive, I wanna get away where the windows roll down and feel so free. Come on, baby, and drive with me. I said drive with me. Yeah, let's drive.
And True Love was a kind of a surprise to me. I was really impressed. A little bit different direction for you, but it was a really great song.
Yeah, it's that one I wrote. That one's the most recent of them. Mm-hmm. And this is one that, like, the rest of the songs I knew had a great reaction with people. This one was the one where I was like, I felt like this is it's very much like I really wanted to record it because I definitely just wanted to get it out the way I wanted to hear it. I kind of came up with, for this, I was not sure how I came up with the intro, but I know, like, for the verse chords and stuff, I was thinking, George Harrison, My Sweet Lord, that kind of thing. I try to do a lot of, like, during the chorus, it's like full-on 50s doo-wop and stuff, but I try to add a lot of different influences into it. Lots of Roy Orbison. I call it my Elvis Orbison song because it's kind of where I'm going for that, for sure. Like, I'm not being shy about that one at all. And just kind of like I had it where I wanted to get more rock as the song progressed, sounded more 50s towards the beginning, and then get a little harder, more on the rock side as it went on. And Chaz Canny, and I gotta say, he played sax on that and crippled, and he did phenomenal on those tunes. He just ripped, bring the Clarence Clemens sound
Nice.
that I wanted, and that one's the newest one, and that one's a lot of fun, and it's good to show off my vocals for that one, and a lot of fun. So
Yeah, I was impressed.
Crying eyes, your face you try to hide. Beneath your glow, you're losing control. And you